So yes, we're back. I'm gonna break this down with you guys, and I've not like heard of this. Okay, I mean, I just pick an email which has an intriguing, you know, which has like an intriguing subject line, and I just try to go ahead and break it down. So today's email is from Ben Settle. I hope all of you know about him. Like email, if you're an email copywriter or marketer and you don't know Ben Settle, are you living under a rock or some shit? As with everything, let's start with the environment of this. Now, here's like yesterday we broke down Xerox emails, right? Now today's Ben's turn, and Ben, he's like a very successful copywriter because we are just starting out. This we copywriters, we are just like a you know, an outcome of the bizarre thing, right? Copywriting was pushed to our industry or just pushed onto us by gurus or whatever you call them. I don't like disrespecting them anyways because they just you know presented a bizarre. So, but like he has been a good copywriter for a long while, and he has winning promos, controls, and he also has his own ESP, and I believe Berserk email or Berserk mail. Why do I feel like I've already broken down his emails? No, I've not. Like I practiced it. Okay, let's just understand the environment. He has been sending emails. I don't know for 10 to 15 years, and there are a lot of people reading his emails. Probably over 100K, I have something like that. And I don't. Not everybody's gonna read them. And he sends emails every month, every day, 1 to 2. and um and he has some products like he promotes Berserk email, he promotes email players, which is his physical newsletter or something like that, and he also promotes affiliate deals from time to time. I don't know what he's promoting here, but as soon as I opened my email and I saw this subject line, I wanted to open it. I don't know, I just like opening it. His emails are always intriguing, entertaining, and has a fun element, and that's this is greatness. This is like the peak of email copywriting that you can witness, because he is the one of the best email copywriters in the planet or something like that, in Australia, or I don't know. I guess I mistook him for Daniel Throssell. But let's just start analyzing his stuff. I also want to talk, like, he has been sending emails for a long while, and it does not matter that people buy this or not, because eventually one day they are, okay, and he's playing the long game. And if he is playing the long game and he like sells every day, he does not care, okay. If you buy, you buy. He always emails to people who are on the fence buying. He believes that if people, if like there's somebody who's suffering a lot through these problems, email marketing problems, right? Can you like actually see me, guy? Oh, sorry, like, I'm sorry, I covered my camera. No worries though. Anyways, fuck it. I'm sorry. You say this is mismanagement or dismanagement, and ah, I'm a noob. But anyways, I have to break it down anyways, and as a copywriter, so why not? So it does not matter for me if nobody watches this. Yeah, what I wanted to talk about, complete the sentence, and he has been sending emails, so it does not matter that people don't buy in this. People open it, people read it daily, and if they don't buy it today, they will buy it later down the line, because he's gonna be in your head for a long time, and he's gonna position himself as the go-to authority whenever, and you're gonna come to him, you're gonna go to him whenever you face a problem, because he can solve it. Okay, and he does it for that. He might not sell it today, he might not sell it in this email, but he's gonna sell to you in the days to come, and you will buy. That is the power of email marketing, because it keeps on building the trust, it keeps on building the know, like, and trust factor, which is one of, and the more you trust, the more of a parasocial relationship you will build with them, and the more you're prone to buying stuff from them. So let's just not yap anymore and let's get into the sauce. Why voting Democrat might get you higher inbox deliverability. Incongruous juxtaposition, right? And you might be wondering what the fuck incongruous. Fuck it. Oh, sorry. Incongruous. What the fuck is the spelling? Incongruous. I'm sorry. Incongruous juxtaposition. Now what the fuck? Now what the fuck does that mean? There is, these are two completely unrelated elements, and they have been somehow like related. They haven't, but let's see what point he makes. Why voting Democrat might get you higher inbox deliverability. Now you always test your emails with one question like, so what, right? Why voting Democrat might get you higher inbox deliverability. Now you might say, so what, right? But it's like, so what? It's entertaining, yes, because people have busy lives, they just want to have a good time, and if reading his emails is, then right. Now, he's always polarizing in his emails. He always tries to push the hate and debate, like not push the hate and debate, but actually capitalize on that. So it's always like voting Democrat might get you higher in box deliverability, and he will get you to open his emails. He's the marshals of the clients. Now this is like what, like this very unique and intriguing element. Like what, voting Democrat might get me higher in box deliverability. What the fuck? Those two are completely not related, right? So let's get into the sauce, main sauce, body copy. Some dishonest badness meet red meat info for those craving email hacks. Just be an obnoxious Democrat. Believe it or not, that alone could potentially help get you better inbox deliverability. How the answer is in the documentary, the creepy line. It's absolutely, man, absolutely. Now, what do we call this? Just be an obnoxious Democrat, believe it or not, that alone could potentially help you get better inbox deliverability. He's like, he's trying to promote something like that's opposite to contrary, like contrarian. What do you call contrarian belief or something? What do we label this? Just be an obnoxious Democrat. We'll come back. The creepy line. The answer is in the documentary. The creepy line. Now, context. Giving context, right? It's absolutely mandatory to watch if you are in the software business, especially in my opinion, but I'd argue it's also mandatory for anyone in marketing or who sells, does business with, or uses emails for anything business related to, even if it's using it one-on-one to contact someone. For example, I was reading an article. Now, for example, whenever you see, for example, it's probably like a proof thing, because whenever you like back your claims with something realistic that's actually happened, it increases the probability of happening soon, and it just solidifies your mechanisms to be like, I don't know what I was trying to say. I was reading an article about how Gmail got caught sending far more emails from conservative candidates to spam than it does from left-wing candidates, with a mere 10.12% of left-wing candidates' emails marked as spam, while 77.2% of right-wing candidates' emails was marked as spam at the time. And the closer election day was, the more the disparity grew. If you're a filthy little commie, that should make you happy, and then if you're not a filthy little commie, that should piss you off. You can see the polarizing elements in his emails, right? Now you see now that like Gmail supports right-wing candidates, or and it hates left-wing candidates. That's why it hates the email open rates. Hence, like, oh, okay, I see now. Now people, you see now this is in conflicting. This like provides conflict in his mind. Oh, they're doing this, or an us versus them mentality. But it's not serious. Everybody knows it's joking, and he's just here to make fun of it. And he's not serious or something. But somebody might take it serious. Who knows? People will do what they do. If they are they're offended, he does not care because he mentions in his welcome email that he's gonna send emails like this. So and they can unsubscribe anytime they want. Either way, it's admittedly not a hack most reading this will want to use. But if you do want a lot of tips, ideas, insights, strategies, and tactics for getting superior email inbox slash promotion staff deliverability, your business absolutely can use while helping to stay far away from the promotion staff and junk spam slash junk folders. That is where the course I created with my biz partner in Berserk Email Turbo can help. Now, I haven't like found a correct word for this part. Whenever you like tying into the story, let's just call it tying the product in. Now I haven't found a perfect word for this. I guess I believe there is one. And again, I did the same thing that I did yesterday, right? Fuck this shit. Okay, like tying the product into. Sorry, what did I write? Now, to be clear, neither of us calls or call ourselves email deliverability experts. He's always right that he puts an intriguing like his email flows are like his email generally flows like this. There's probably an intriguing element that gets you to click. Now, the main point of the subject line is just to get you to open. The main point of any ad is to just to get the click, and click is generally done via DIC format, right? The disrupt entry click. Now it is just here to get the click, but now this is not a DIC email because you can see there's a lot of stuff because a DIC email is generally short, but but this is a disrupting and intriguing, element, and his emails are generally like that. No, like he's and the rest of it is generally like a story, or it's value based, or either like a short story based, like story lesson CDA. Now this is a story, right? Let's not call it story. Let's just call it like non-fiction, like the polarizing non-fiction, bread and circuses type thing, where people are too addicted to it. The hate and debate, right? People like that stuff, and he's capitalizing on that stuff. Now, now lesson. Now there was no lesson type thing, right? It's admitted into not a hack most reading this will want to use. Now, but and he ties in the product. It's not completely a story lesson CDA type thing, but I hope you get the point. It's just story lesson CTA. Now he's gonna in product like he's gonna talk about the product, right? Product intro. Now, let's say anybody who's reading this email for the first time, his emails, now you might think, oh, what polarizing guy, right? But he might like his humor and he might open his emails from this day. Now you see, he does not like does it vanilla, to be honest. That is, he either like polarizes you to the point that you're always opening his emails, or he polarizes to the point that you unsubscribe and get lost and never think about him ever, right? So I hope I got my point. And he's gonna read about this, read about this, read about this. Okay, a product. What's the product? He might not buy today, right? But he will buy later down the line because Ben's always like consistently promoting his stuff. Now, to be clear, neither of us call ourselves email deliverability experts. Not because, but between the two of us, I suspect we get better inbox deliverability as a whole than a lot of self-described email deliverability experts, especially the ones who just consult clients but don't even send emails to their own lists, selling their own offers to any list of a significant size on any kind of regular and consistent basis. This is just an authority positioning element, right? He just positioned himself as an authority. He became vulnerable. He became authentic. He told that he wouldn't call it. He said that he wouldn't regard him as an expert, but he gets real results, real predictable results. And this element, it also you know points out the predictability element, because let's hear about the one, like average people reading this. They're probably business owners and they probably use email marketing as a medium of growth for the business, right? And they might suffer from a lot of email marketing or deliverability problems, that the emails might not get delivered. They might go to the promo tab, or it might just be flagged as spam, or they might just bounce, who knows, right? And if everything else is fake, right? If the alternative, like sharing on the alternatives, this like there are three parts to this we could talk about sharing on the alternatives. So yeah, so they are now, as I said, let's get back to the story I was talking about. Going back to the story, okay, so these people, and so at least it's predictable, right? At least it's better, at least it's better than what the industry folks do. It's better than what others do, because he consistently, as I said, sends emails every day, and he does not face deliverability problems, because I've never seen his email land in my spam or promo, because the ones the ones who I've subscribed to, sometimes they go to the promo tab or spam tab by themselves. I haven't even done any shit. I have been reading their emails consistently, and despite that, it, like, I don't know how it ends over into the spam folder, but not with Ben's. His emails have always landed in my inbox. So that's a proof content, like that's a proof in itself. You can easily tell some of them a mile away too. As our chief architect at Berserk Mill, Pedro, likes to say, the loudest are always the dumbest. Pedro knows the deliverability game as well as anyone, since he works closely with the people at our enterprise center who actually get emails in their inboxes, the final frontier of email deliverability. What is this? More proof. Anyway, neither Troy or I claim to always end up in the inbox or primary tab. Frankly, this email may very well be wriggling around in your spam or promotions. Like it might go. I've never received a Ben Settle email in my spam folder. But the fact that you are reading this and this far down the email is merely proof of one of the things we teach about how profit from the beginning, from being in the spam or promotions tab. Anyway, now like I talked about just right now, like I talked about it just now. Anyway, we do have a few things to say on this subject, and I take the Pepsi challenge putting what we teach against any other deliverability expert any all day of the week. Our Berserk Mail platform is based on much of what we teach on the subject and helps our client gets insane inbox deliverability. If what we teach and do did not work anybody, we would like didn't work and nobody would be using it. We wouldn't even use it. Like, you see, who did not work. You see a single comma, like missing a single comma, had some problems with me reading it. Not because I'm a third world country and I is not a native English speaker, but you would have the same problem, right? Comma makes a huge difference. Nobody would be using it. We would not even use it in our own multiple email-driven companies, much less jumping ship with the current ESPs to join us. Like what is happening? And that ain't no accident. But before you ask, nearly 100% of the info inside this course is generic. By that I mean it can work with any reputable email platform you use for broadcasting and autoresponder. But because many things it teaches are already baked into our platform, we decided to price it far less than the hundreds we could charge for it. Sorry, and give it away for basically the price of having a pizza delivered. What is this, folks? It's dimension. What the fuck? I don't know spell. Dimensionalization. What the fuck? Dimensionalization. So what happened this part, right? He just talked about the product, nothing else until this point. General overview of the product, like what's going on, what the context is, right? As I said, like this fact, I talked about this, right? Proof. And I take the Pepsi challenge, what we teach against each and every delivery expert and all of the day. And now, like giving a general overview of the product and positioning why it's better than the others or the alternatives or its competitors, and just positioning superiority. You can read all about it at the link below. you know Now people have questions after reading to this point. Oh yeah, like what about me? Does it work in my case? Or much more questions. Like they have very like common objections. Like what is this? Is this like easy to use with the current ESP that I use? Is it not? I have to check it out. So to handle that objection, we have this clear CTA. The deadline to get it is Friday, 1/10 at midnight EST. Urgency element. Here's the link. CTA. Benzel signing off. PS. Speaking of the creepy line, email down and delivery shows you how your business. Again, tying into the story, right? I hope you made sense. Speaking of the creepy line, email down and delivery shows you how your business can exploit in a totally ethical and even dignified way. That creepy line explained in the documentary I mentioned in your emails to potentially get far higher inbox deliverability, engagement, and ultimately sales. It's one of my favorite parts of the course personally, and while it is not nearly as sexy as I'm making it sound here, nothing inside this course is sexy. It is all meat and potatoes, solid fundamentals, because that's what works. I dare say it certainly has depth. Okay, now it could be like highlighting the uniqueness, you know, highlighting a uniqueness, not the uniqueness. Because the USP of this element is we are authentic. I don't see any other unique selling proposition here, right? He knows the foundations, yeah, that's unique. He's authentic, yes, and he will get you more results than majority of his competitors, and that's what. And this has been settled. That's what makes him unique. Okay, now highlighting a uniqueness of the product, this part, and giving more context to what it is. Right, it is one of the more favorite, one of my favorite parts of the course personally. While making it sound like nothing inside the course is sexy, it is all meat and potatoes, solid fundamentals, because that's what works. Okay, guess we've broken it down. These are warm emails. I generally don't like breaking down warm emails, but it does the work of breaking down a copy per day and or an email a day, and that is enough for me right now. I'm too busy with my own stuff. By the way, we're about to sign a good client. Possibly, I've had multiple of these interactions where I haven't been able to close them. So I don't care about it much. I'm doing what I can, but you should have this detachment element to you. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll meet you on the next one, and you can ask me for the swipe file if you're interested, and if you think that my swipe is fire. Thank you for watching.